Hi, this is Dorothy Kelty from Raccoon Alley Creations, and it's March 2nd. So each month, Lori Padilla of Piles of Paragraphs on YouTube and I on my channel, Raccoon Alley Creations, are collaging on postcards. So we started this challenge just because we were talking about how many postcards we have, and all we do is flip through and look at them because we love them so much, but we decided to start using them. So we're challenging everybody else, anybody else who wants to join around. Now, January the theme was advertising. February was a 3-piece collage. And for March, it's snippets or clusters. So that's our challenge. You can use new postcards. You can use old postcards. You can use colored postcards. You can use, this is a Pony Express postcard that as you visited the Pony Express places, you were supposed to put stickers on it, which I never did. You could even use something like this. This is a picture of a postcard. It's just on paper, and it doesn't have the back where you can send it, but it's pretty cool. So you could use that. You can use anything. Now, at the beginning, I promised that I would make some copies of some postcards that I have and post them to my Ko-fi shop. Unfortunately, January 3rd, I ended up in the hospital, and then I was in rehab because my niece quit working. So I do have some postcards scanned in. I will get that posted, but you know, it happens when it happens, I guess. I don't know what to say. Okay, so, but anyway, so what I've done here is I actually already made 2 postcards on another video, and I was not videoing it. So I'll show you those at the end here. I have an assortment of things here. I have some little pieces of lace scraps here. This is a little piece of drywall tape. This is used in when they're joining pieces of drywall when they're building houses, and then they mud over it, so they fill it in with the wall texture stuff. Here's a piece of music shape paper. Here's some piano player roll paper. These here and this, these are some vintage springs and parts for watches. And I just thought these little envelopes were so cute. I just love them. So I have those. This is, it's a grocery list. It's cut off of something. We have this piece of vellum. And I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to use here. These are some vintage prescriptions from R.F. Payton's drugstore someplace. This is from 46, 47. So this is from 47. So very vintage. And this is the postcard I used. Now on the other 2, I put the collage on the front. So I'll show you that. Well, let me go ahead and show you. So this one was a, they called it the Mountain of Art. So you've got an art center here and steps going on to it. This one, I glued them all down. This here is an envelope. So you actually could stick something kind of cute in there. I wonder if these would fit. Oh, look, those would fit. I might decorate one of those to put in there. But anyway, that's the first one I did. This one is, I just use a single staple to hold all this down. So you can pick it up, you can read what's on the bottom, you can see about this man drying salted fish in Nova Scotia. So it's there, but just a single staple holding it together. Okay, on this one, just to be different, I thought I'd go ahead and put it on the back. Now there was, I believe, this is October 3rd, 1966. And this is, I believe, something that someone was getting ready to send to their grandmother, because there's other postcards with similar handwriting where it says, Grandpa, thanks for paying for my trip. So I think that's true. Okay, so here's one of those pieces of the envelope. Here's one of these little envelopes here. Okay, let's take, we've got the lace. I am going to, I want this to be closed because I just sprang one of these springs and it popped all over the place in the movie that you're not going to see. So I'm going to close that. I want some contrast though. This is kind of all the same. You know what let's see. Maybe I will use some of this with the green. Oh, I think I'll use this corner. See, we have kind of a turquoisey blue down here along with the green. So if I put this here, okay, this here, now do I want something else? Let me think. Okay, what if I use this one instead of this one? Has a little bit more. This is a winding stem for a watch, but has a little bit more writing and things on it. And then, you know, you can use anything you have. It does not have to be vintage stuff, just because I'm using vintage stuff. What if we added some flowers? And I think I'm going to do the staple idea on this one as well. So let's see. Put this here and then put this. So, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to use two staples. The first thing I'm going to do is just to staple this. I'm just going to staple this right here. So, here we go. There we go. So now we have a staple holding this flower in place. Okay? Now this one, I want it to be stapled in, but I don't think I want it to be, I don't want to completely close it off. This one, I don't care if it's closed off. You can feel the stems in there a little bit. And this right here. So I think if I put a staple right here, I will be holding all of these things in place. Let me give it a try and see if I'm missing anything. Okay, let's see what we've got. We've got this, and just to show you that, see if this will go in, yes. I couldn't put something all the way in. This is too tall because the staple goes right there. So I can go in that far. So if let me see what I've got. So what I'm doing here, let me show you what I'm doing. It goes in this far. It's as far in as that'll go. So this is where the top would be. So see, if I cut that much off, and then around the edges with my corner rounder, let's see if this will go in there now. Let's see. Okay, I can leave this open and I can put a little bit of a, okay, do I have a green ribbon? Here's a little bit of green ribbon. Then on the other side, that's too big. So what I have, I used to be a realtor several years ago, and I used to hand little things out to people with my information on it. So I'm just going to cover it up here. I want something flat to go in here, nothing that has, you know what this is? Let's see if I can go. I print fabric postcard back on sheets of paper that goes through my inkjet, and I decided to fill in the spaces in between so it didn't completely go to waste. So this is painted onto fabric. So I'm going to take this off. This is fabric glue. Put it there. And I'm going to put that on the back. Okay, so now I have a cute little tag to go in here. You can see the whole picture of the cathedral. That's the in Kulm am Rhein in Germany. So, and that's ready to go. So there we go. We have 3 examples of clusters on postcards for you to see. I hope this inspires you to join in the challenge, and I hope you post your work in the Marguerite Miller's Vintage and Collage book on Facebook, or on the Marguerite Miller Collage Collective on Mighty Networks, and I think it'd be fun to see what you do. Thank you. And thank you, Lori, for coming up with this idea and inspiring me to do this. Wait a minute, perhaps we can't see all these. Let's move these up a little bit. Put this paper on the side. Okay, now you can see them all. All right, well, thank you very much. I appreciate you joining me.